Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, yes guys, I am back with another day in my life. I think this is officially becoming a series on my channel, and I'm loving making these videos. So I'm glad that you guys are liking them too. And by the way, if you are liking them, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It not only shows me what videos you guys like, but it helps to grow our community and supports my channel, and I just appreciate it so much. So today, like normal, I will be bringing you around and showing you what I did my day, everything from what I ate to cleaning out my refrigerator to being back in the recording studio. I am recording some more worship music and I am so excited to share it with you guys. Let's hop right in. So I get a lot of packages. Just being on YouTube, I get a lot of things sent to my house, and today's package was especially exciting because I ordered a Berkey water filter, and I have heard so much about Berkey water filters. If you've watched all of my videos in the last couple of months, then you know that Dan and I are actually working on kind of like a prepper pantry, really just kind of having a worst case scenario set up in our garage. And one of those things that I really felt like we needed was a water filter that we could pour water directly into if our water systems were compromised or we needed to gather rainwater or something like that. And I had heard nothing but amazing things about Berkey, so I was super excited to receive this package. Berkey actually sent a gift for the pups. I couldn't believe this. Look at this. And they also sent them each handmade dog biscuits. So sweet. So my fridge had gotten pretty disgusting. I like to clean out my fridge every 1 to 2 weeks or so, just to make sure it doesn't get crazy or out of hand. And plus, obviously, when you clean out your fridge, you can see what you have so much easier. So it makes cooking so much more enjoyable. So I pulled everything out, and I thought I would show you a couple random things, like this Siete cashew queso. So it's vegan queso dip, and I had that flavor in mild nacho, and then I also have this spicy blanco flavor. And if you are vegan or you're just trying to avoid dairy, I highly recommend this stuff. It is delicious. And then I went to grab my Thieves cleaner, but I realized I was almost entirely out, so I made up a new batch. So Thieves is a plant-based, non-toxic cleaner. I love it. People say it smells like Christmas, and it's actually a concentrate. So I take this large jug and I pour about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the concentrate into the bottle, and then I usually add an essential oil of my choice to the mix as well. Today I chose peppermint, and I do a couple of drops into the bottle, and then I fill the rest up with water. And just like that, you've got a plant-based, non-toxic cleaner. I am obsessed with it. I actually get a lot of questions on how to buy Thieves because I use Thieves on every single surface and in every room in my house, not only for countertops, but mirrors and stainless steel, and it legitimately works wonders. So anyways, I get a lot of questions about it, and Thieves is sold through Young Living, and I've mentioned this before, but I am actually a distributor for Young Living because I am so obsessed with the products and the oils. So if you ever have any questions or want to purchase any essential oils or Thieves cleaning products, feel free to send me a DM on my essential oils account, which I will have linked in the info box down below. So once I removed everything from my fridge, I basically just went through each drawer and each surface, and I sprayed everything down with Thieves and then gave it a nice wipe. Once everything was cleaned, I pretty much just put back all of the food that was still fresh. I did find a couple of things like leftovers that had gone old or some produce that had gone a little limp, which is the other reason I like to clean out my fridge. I feel like sometimes things can get buried and you just don't notice. So I put everything back. I also took my cilantro and I put it in a mason jar with some water. Now, I have to say, I don't think this actually makes the cilantro last longer. I'm curious about your guys's tips or opinions. Really don't feel like it's been making my cilantro last any longer. I actually can't wait till cilantro is growing in my tower garden. So one of the other things that I found in my fridge was my batch of chili that I had made the day before in a crock pot. And I actually think I made it in one of my recent day in my life videos. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Actually, fast forward, I've eaten almost all of this chili now, but I decided that I didn't want it to go bad, so I poured it from Tupperware into gallon freezer bags to freeze. And the way that I freeze is just super simple. I pour it all in, and then I zip it up, squeeze out all of the air, and then I lie it flat in my freezer. So all of my soups, they're kind of stacked like books on top of each other because they just lie flat, like you can see right here. And then I get a lot of questions about how I freeze my bread. I have answered this before in previous grocery hauls, but I usually buy an abundance of sourdough because I don't like to make the trip out to go get more. And I basically just double bag it. Double bagging your bread is the best way to freeze it. And when you want to use it again and thaw it, just take it out of the freezer, leave it in the bags until it is de-thawed because it keeps the moisture, the ice that has formed, kind of pulling back into the bread so it doesn't make the bread taste like it had just come out of the freezer. And then that was my clean fridge. Honestly, there's not a whole lot that's more satisfying than having a clean fridge. So then, just like I mentioned, I took my thieves cleaner and I cleaned off the front of my refrigerator. And while I cleaned, I watched Jordan from, I think it's called Fun, Cheap, or Free, her YouTube channel all about budgeting. So I watched that video, had it playing in the background while I cleaned up the fridge. And then right when I was finished, I had my singing lesson with my singing teacher, Bethany. So I have been taking singing lessons with my teacher and friend, Bethany, now, I want to say for like maybe 6 months, and she has helped me so much. Honestly, probably one of the biggest things that she's helped me with has been breath support, and also, this might sound corny, but confidence. I really feel like Bethany believes in me and pushes me in the most loving way, and has also really focused in on technique, which is something that I really wanted help with, how to become better at the skill of singing. So Bethany, if you're watching this, I love you. And then we recorded this little message for Bethany to share with all of you.
Hey guys, you can go to BethanyJoySings.com, actually click the free assessment button, and you'll get a free 15-minute vocal assessment, and I will help you with your singing journey.
Yeah! So while I was in my singing lesson, by the way, we have the same office now, and this video will be coming up, but Dan was racing on iRacing. And then he had to do a little bit of work on his computer that was still in his old office, so I came over to bother him and give him some kisses. And while I was kissing him, both of the dogs made their way over. They had to be like near us for the fun. So once I gave Dan a kiss goodbye, I made my way over to our friend Drew's house. So Drew has a recording studio at his home, and Drew and I are actually working on a collaboration together of a worship song, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys because it's actually a mashup, and I have a feeling you guys are gonna love it. I hope you guys are gonna love it. I watched him while he did a little bit of editing. I went in to record some vocals. We had actually recorded a little bit of vocals the week before, but I wanted to re-record some of my parts, so I bothered him while he edited. Yes. Oh, and we did some dance moves. And then I made my way into the booth to re-record some of the lines that I felt like I wanted to do them differently. I feel like you guys understand that. And I'm actually really excited on a side note because Dan and I are working on building our own recording booth at the house. And I just think I'm going to love having the ability to record vocals on my own at my home. That rhymed, and I didn't mean to make that rhyme. Anyways, so once I got home, I decided to have a little bit of Ningxia Red soda. Ningxia Red is a wolfberry puree, if you didn't know that. And so I like to pour some sparkling water, and then I like to pour some of the Ningxia Red into the sparkling water, which just makes for a really high antioxidant drink. And then I pulled out some of my salsa that I showed you guys in my Publix grocery haul, and I just had a little snack, watched some videos, caught up on my sister's stories. Oh yeah, Shayna, killing it with the story game. So while I was gone recording, my friend Zamaria, who works with me, brought over 2 bags of gift bags. I thought I would check them out because these are actually full of products. I've told you guys that I don't keep all of the products that are sent to me because I can't use them all. So I do giveaways. And then with these bags, I decided I wanted to give some products away to some teenage girls at a local foster home. So I'm hoping they like them. I hope that they, like beauty products and makeup and all of that. Then I made my way to the computer and I decided to get in about an hour or so of editing before I made my way to Pilates. So I hopped in the car, and at this point it was actually raining quite a bit. And by the time I got to the studio, it was dark. So I did not film in class because that's weird. And as you can see, it's already a little bit weird enough for me to be filming after class. But yeah, I just did Pilates, and I don't know, guys, these are some of the moves that we do in Pilates. Everybody was joking. They're like, shout me out, tag me. I'm like, I can't possibly tag all of you. I don't know you. But if you are watching my video and you were in this class, shout out to you. Also, I love how I lift my butt at this girl's face as she walks by. Sorry, homie. Ironically, this was the night that I woke up with a neck injury, so it's actually sad times looking back. And then I made my way upstairs to take a warm bath. So I turned on the water, and yeah, honestly, baths are one of my favorite things in life and one of the best parts of the day to me. And Zoe usually keeps me company in the bathroom in her bed while I take a bath. Oh, and before I turned on the bath, I decided to turn on my diffuser. And tonight I decided that I wanted to keep it simple by just diffusing some lemon essential oil, which is so crisp and bright and uplifting. And I love all of my oils. You know that. By the way, Dan hung up this plant recently for me above my new oils rack, and I love it. Every time I get a new plant, I just think, man, I don't think it's possible for me to have too many plants personally. Clearly, after my bath, I made my way into the office to check on both of my tower gardens. In case I didn't tell you guys this, I actually got a second tower garden recently, which is crazy. I will update you guys all about it in my next tower garden diary video. And then I made my way downstairs to make my dinner. So I threw some spicy sweet potato fries in the oven. And then while those were baking, I chopped up some veggies to make some scrambled eggs with veggies. So I cooked up the veggies first, threw in the eggs, which I did not get on camera, but when I was done, this was basically my dinner. I just had some toast with some eggs and veggies, some pears, blueberries, and then some chipotle sweet potato fries with a side of lemon garlic aioli. And Zoe stared longingly at our food. Oh, by the way, Dana and I kind of snacked on all of this together, and we rewatched for the second time Instant Family. If you haven't seen it, it's the most adorable film. I highly recommend it. It's all about a family that gets involved in the foster care system, so it hits very close to home. Once I was done eating, I took my Care of vitamins as well as some echinacea because I felt like a cold was coming on. And Zoe cuddled with me while we watched the movie. Go watch it. You will laugh and cry. It is amazing and so well done. Dan and I just kind of did like the decompression, the lowdown of the day, and he played with Zoe. He loves to get Zoe all riled up. I think that's his favorite part about having Zoe is like the way that she plays with him. Oh, and then by the way, you guys know I have a never-ending CBD obsession. Recently, I've been using these CBD Luxe inhalers. So they sent these to me and I would never have bought them. And to be honest, they have kind of a weird aftertaste, but they definitely work really well. So I just wanted to shout these out as well. That was the end of our night. If you missed my last video, it was another day in my life and we actually took a road trip to Atlanta. It was very quick. We were there and back in like 24 hours. It was such a fun trip. So check that out. And also, if you've made it this far, don't forget, I do like my semi-secret, not so secret giveaways in the info box down below, just for all of you that care enough to check my info boxes and watch my videos all the way to the end. I love and appreciate you so much, and I will hopefully see you back here soon. All right, guys, bye.